From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, David Payne.
Special thanks to all those who serve. And you got stuff right there.
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, we're remembering from 24 years ago, you were storm chasing that day.
I was a little younger. I was about 12 at the time.
Yeah.
And, no, I'm kidding. It's hard to believe it's been 24 years ago. And really a somber day in Oklahoma weather history. And, you know, this is always a sad day. We're talking about the damage that occurred, the loss of life that occurred. And, folks, this was kind of the benchmark after April 26, 1991, okay? We had the Wichita Falls event. We had April 26, 1991. Big tornado outbreak, and then we had, of course, May 3rd of 1999. But just an incredible storm. Oklahoma City had never recorded an EF5 tornado in its history, right? And it just put on a show with multiple tornadoes on the ground at the same time. And we had many, many EF4s, the one big EF5. But, you know, some neighborhoods were just completely unrecognizable. So just a sad day for sure, I think, for a lot of us. Okay, let's go back to it here. And this is a map showing you the tracks. Now notice where this took place. It was a central Oklahoma deal, as it often is, right? And you can see these tracks here of all the different tornadoes. We had over 70 that day, even into the night. But the F5, 38-mile path, came out of Amber, lifted northeast, came into southwest Oklahoma City, went into Moore. We all remember that, and then curved and died over Midwest City. Just barely missed Rose State College. And then farther north, the biggest tornado of the day, the biggest and probably the most violent tornado was we'll call it the Mulhall tornado. It was much wider, much meaner. And then we had the EF4, another one out here that went through Dover. So big day for sure. Stroud got hit with a EF3. In the evening. All right, so here's what's going on tonight. No tornadoes, but we have some wind, a little bit of hail, and this is going to gain some steam and come into western Oklahoma tonight. It's going to weaken because the instability as you get farther east is lower, but it's going to be a nice rain. For you folks in the west, talking about Clinton, out to Elk City, Cheyenne, all through here, this is going to come in tonight and tomorrow morning, and that will eventually make it into Oklahoma City coming up early tomorrow morning. Here in the metro right now, 56 degrees. Nice shot from our Lucky Star Skycam network. Dew points in the low 50s. By tomorrow afternoon, our dew points will be in the low to mid 60s. Okay, so we have 50s out there tonight. It's cool. It's quiet. We have a light south breeze, a few 60s hanging on. Future next gen, let's bring it in here. There's 3 a.m. in the morning, rain out west, talking about Cheyenne, Sayre, Clinton, down to Cordell. Watch it come right down I-40. It rains in Oklahoma City tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. And it might be a decent rain. Jed and Lacey will have the very latest tomorrow morning starting at 4 a.m. And then that'll move on by. And then we kind of quiet things down. The question is, how much more in the way of showers and storms redevelop? If this happens, this is going to keep our instability down. But then this will move by, and then we're going to focus our attention for that next wave to come out of western Oklahoma into Oklahoma City and up in I-35 tomorrow evening. So several waves tomorrow, but tomorrow hinges on how much do we recover, how much instability do we get out of this, okay? The higher the instability, the stronger the storms, the bigger the hail, and that tornado threat will be a little higher. Rain amounts, half an inch, an inch and a half in some areas. If you get a heavy thunderstorm overhead, late tonight, tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, your rain's going to be obviously much heavier. So it's a pretty good rain, though, for just about everybody, okay? All right, lows tonight, mid to upper 50s. Tonight, tomorrow morning, it comes down I-40, all right, right down I-40. Good chance of showers and thunderstorms. It's going to try to linger into northern Oklahoma, and it's going to try to linger a little bit south of I-40 as it moves in. But I-40 is going to be the corridor. Might have a strong storm or two late tonight and tomorrow morning, a little wind, a little hail. And then as we get into tomorrow, highs in the 70s and 80s. The plan is to really warm things up. If we stay cool because of the clouds, that will lower that threat some. Tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, thunderstorms. Again, that next wave, the last wave, fires out west, marches east, coming into Oklahoma City. Tomorrow evening, right now, we'll still do a low to a moderate threat of severe weather. This is just kind of where I expect more numerous storms tomorrow and more severe storms here in the shade of orange, right? Large hail, damaging winds, and a couple of tornadoes possible. There's my tornado zone tomorrow. Right now, there's not one real area that I'm like, oh boy, here we go. It's just, again, it's going to be a wave of several of these storms lined up. We're going to have a boundary coming south. We'll have to keep an eye on that maybe into western or southwestern Oklahoma, but a couple of tornadoes possible. Tomorrow, large hail up to golf balls tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and hail, yes, with also we're talking about winds 65 miles per hour. Might have a few gusts higher than that. Weather team's ready, trackers are ready, Jim Gardner's ready. And here we go. 80% chance of rain and storms. I think it rains in the morning for sure. And then an 80% chance late afternoon and evening. Dry Friday. Very slight chance for a severe storm Saturday. Sunday right now looks quiet but hot. And next week, more rain and more storms by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Here we go, guys. Back to you.